So it's just a little bit before 10. And I was up from 2:30 to 5:30 with listening to mice get into people's food bags, and kept mine close, and they didn't manage to get into mine, but they got into the guy next to me, somebody downstairs, and somebody that had theirs hung on a beam. So I'm not going to be in a huge hurry. It's 115 miles to Leavenworth. Then there's 2 fires north of there. So hop up to Stehekin, and it's only like 80 miles to Canada. And it's, what, like the end of the third week of September? Something like that. Only 45 miles to Snoqualmie, and it's Thursday, so that means I'm going to be getting there on the weekend. So I don't know if I'm going to stay there or not, but I need to resupply, get videos edited and upload it, because I haven't been editing videos, trying to preserve my battery pack. Nice cool morning. Legs and feet feel good. My tent is dry. Coming from that way, if you can see through the steam. I've been in clouds for the last couple of days. I forgot. Washington has views. Heading that way. Coming from that way, it is shady going that way, and it's cool. Thermometer says 45 degrees, and it is damp. Well, darn it, whenever I stopped, you could see the top of that mountain. Going over there. Coming from there. I'm going to go around that corner. The good thing is, have spring for a water source. Bad thing is, it's 12 miles to the next water source. So whereas this morning I said I'm not going to get in a hurry, I might hurry a little today. What I think I'm going to do is get 3 bottles worth, drink 1 and carry 2, with the idea that I'll go faster. And I'm really not drinking that much anymore anyway. So like I said, I drank a bottle and I have 2, about 12 miles to the next water, and there's tent sites. Usually people kind of bunch up right before and right after a long water carry, so I bet it's busy. And there's 1 significant, or maybe 2 significant uphill stretches in between here and there. So if the things are good, maybe I'll get there at 5. If things don't go as smooth, maybe I'll be hiking with my headlamp. Looks like we're going to find out. So far, so good. I've got pine needles to walk on. And not sure how many views I'm going to have. But that's all right, because I'm cruising. And there aren't so many berries to try to rob me of miles, make me want to stop and pick berries. Coming up from down there, and of those two significant uphills, this is the second one. The first one wasn't very bad at all, going up that way. But this one's about 430 foot of elevation gain per mile for a mile and a half. I'm going to feel it, but I've been doing pretty good time, so not planning on hiking with the headlamp tonight. So I did pass another elk hunter. He said today's the last day of archery season. I don't know anything about elk. That looks like a scrape to me. And he had said that back here he had scared up, what was it? I think he said 5 elk, one of them a bull. I see several scrapes up here. But he said there's just too many people out here. I was the 28th hiker he passed, and that sounds about right. I'd say that we had at least 10 in the cabin and 20 outside. There's another one back there. I can't believe it. You know what I've been looking for ever since the Sierras? A balloon! I was starting to think I was never going to find one again. Alright, this is officially the best day ever. I was walking along and saw that blue shining. I said, there's no way. Figured I'd find a candy bar wrapper or a beer can or something. So I'm coming from there. I think I just finished the uphill. I mean, there'll be a little bit of uphill, but it's mostly down for the next 6 miles to Tacoma Pass. And that right calf, yeah, a little sore, nothing like it had been. And I'm not just saying that because I know there's a hot tub at Snoqualmie. I'm heading down over there and coming from that way. Coming down from there. And I've been cruising. Since I crossed over onto this face, the ground's been pretty wet, but going that way, not too bad in most spots. It's about 4 o'clock and I'm about 4 miles from the next water source and potential campsites. Going from that way, going that way, shedding a lot of elevation, doing switchbacks, and things have changed a little bit. Almost down to the spring where I'm going to get water and decide if I want to camp there or keep going a little ways. It didn't get very warm today. I mean, it's still around 50 degrees right now, but it's not wet. So I got to the turnoff for the spring and dropped my pack. It's quite a ways up there. This spot right here looks a heck of a lot flatter than anything up there. And I'm going to see how long it takes for me to get water and how I feel whenever I get back up there. Because if I don't stay here or up there, it wouldn't even be a whole mile down before I would want to make camp. So yeah, I could go, but I wouldn't really be buying myself much time. This is a little bit more substantial than I was expecting. Look at it go. So I grabbed some water. The sites over here just don't look very good. It's at latitude and time of year to where you stop moving, you kind of need to put on a layer. I think I'm going to go ahead and head down, see if I can find something better down at the road, even though a lot of hikers are going there. I think there's enough room that I shouldn't have to be right next to somebody. Yeah, less than a mile, totally worth it. Downhill carrying water is not such a big deal. And I think I'll sleep better if I can find a flatter spot to lay down. Coming down from that way. And so far, I think this is going to be me. Much bigger and flatter than those others. I think there's some over by that road. Not only do I not like staying on roads, but I'm pretty sure I saw where somebody has a car pulled up and is camping over there. I might still look around, see if I can find something a little bit farther off trail. I guess this is what I saw. Not a campsite. Anyway, I'm going to go back to that other spot.